Hey everybody, it's Zach with IT Career Questions. Happy Saturday. And I need to test this real quick. So, buddy, Zach with. Yep, okay, audio is definitely working. Let me change the quality there. Awesome. Hello, Robin. How you doing this fine Saturday? How's it going? So, it's been a while since I've done a actual live stream where I'm not in my car. It's been quite some time since I've done that. Oh man, how'd that get all jacked up? Oh well. Hello, Mafia Boy. So yeah, it's been a while since I've done a live stream that's not been in my car, a moving vehicle. So here I am in my office, my makeshift studio in the background, kind of. Got a nice fancy backdrop here. And I've been busy. Boy, have I been busy. I've been a very, very busy person. Talked a lot in some of my live streams about having a kid. I talked about that in my last live stream, I think, talking about having a kid soon. I have two already, but I have a third one on the way. Finally having a little boy. So I've been super busy getting prepared for baby boy incoming in about a month. So that's been taking up a lot of my time. And right now I'm doing a completely new venture, which is I'm building a photo booth. I'm building a photo booth for like weddings and events and birthdays and things like that. I already do photography. So yeah, I'm just nonstop busy. So haven't been able to do a live stream for quite some time. So anyway, today I thought I'd leave it up to you guys on kind of if anybody wanted to talk about anything, ask any questions. If not, I know the next live stream I promised to do, I would talk about doing some server stuff, and I honestly haven't had time to put together the actual kind of content for that, like how I was gonna put that together, how I was gonna put that live stream together as far as step by step, because it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while to put that content together. But I think it's really important that if you guys don't know anything about Active Directory, if you guys are going out into the business world, Active Directory is widely used pretty much everywhere. Romeo, my daughter, is good. Both of my daughters are good. Tappy Toes, it's been a long time since I've seen you, so how are you doing? Yeah, Active Directory is probably something that everybody should know, whether you are getting into networking or help desk. Obviously system administration, you're going to need to know Active Directory. Let's see, Cavs or the Warriors? I don't follow. I think that's basketball, and I absolutely hate basketball. Pretty sure you're talking about basketball. I seriously hate basketball. No lie. Out of all the sports, basketball is my least favorite by far. Sorry. Let's see. Mafia Boy, got myself an apprenticeship, been at it 3 weeks, got college course, MCSA Server 2012, starting June 9th. My employee's paying for it all. That's awesome. Yeah, the MCSA is definitely something that's going to be very, very beneficial for you, anybody. If I'm doing like an interview for somebody, I think I did a video on this recently. If not, if I haven't published it, it's going to be published soon. I've done a lot of videos lately, and I just have not. I don't know if my editor hasn't got to that one yet or not, or I just haven't put it out yet or not. I'm not sure. But if I see somebody who has a Microsoft certification on their resume, I'm more apt to, want to speak to them or, give them a higher consideration than anybody else who has like a CompTIA certification. And they could have the same amount of experience or no experience. I would much rather talk to the person and give consideration to the person with a Microsoft certification. Now, of course, when talking to that person, I find out that the CompTIA person obviously knows more, then that's fine. But just going through the Microsoft certifications, it's definitely a lot more difficult than the CompTIA stuff. CompTIA stuff it's difficult in some aspects, but I love Microsoft. I'm not gonna lie. In a business environment, I love Microsoft in a business environment. Let's see. I'm still waiting for my videos about capturing and deploying Windows OS images on networks, just the basics, not SCCM stuff. Yeah, man, Romeo, I don't know when I'm going to be able to get to that, man, to be honest with you. I'm going to do it. I just don't know when I'm going to do it. I could probably put something fairly easy together on WDS and capturing. Like we could probably do like a Hyper-V type of situation. Would probably be maybe the easiest way to do it, just to make it all virtual, just to kind of do like a understanding of how it would work. But I mean, that just takes so much time to put together. Quite honestly, for me to put together just a video on what you're looking for, it would probably take me, once you saw like the finished product, the finished video, it would probably be like a half-hour video or something, right? But it would probably take me like 4 hours or something just to get it all put together, and then who knows how long to get it edited, because I wouldn't be able to have my editor do that because she'd probably have a difficult time understanding everything, and if there's lots of transitions and stuff there, it'd probably be pretty difficult for her to do. So I would have to edit it. But yeah, it would take me a really, really long time to put together something like that. I don't really have all that kind of time right now. But it's fairly easy with Hyper-V to capture an image. You just set up like a virtual server, download VirtualBox, set up server 2012, 2016. You get Hyper-V, and you can then get like another OS, like Windows 7. You can get like the Vim for that, and you launch that in the Hyper-V. And then you build, you basically, from the Hyper-V, you're building a custom image there. It's kind of hard to explain, I guess, right now. It's actually been some time since I've done it via Hyper-V, but that's kind of the premise of it. But then you kind of export it, or you'll capture it through WDS, I believe. We've always done it through like MDT, which would be the same premise because WDS and MDT are kind of working hand in hand. They would have to get MDT to work. Yeah. See, it's been a while since I've even done it too. But as soon as I like jump back into it, like I'd remember how to do it easily. It's doing it. It's like riding a bike. Like right now, like we build all of our images through MDT, which MDT makes it so ridiculously easy. Well, once you kind of get the understanding of MDT, that's Microsoft Deployment Toolkit. Oh my God, it's so easy. I love it. MDT for life. unless you are in a business that has SCCM, because SCCM would be life too. That SCCM is like the bee's knees for sure. Hang on, I want to pull something up here on my other screen. Man, I need to get a new processor. How's this thing being maxed? That's so funny. On Windows 7, so when I was running all this stuff, all the same stuff on Windows 7, my Windows 7 machine, my processor would probably max, or it would be maxed out at maybe like 40 or 50%. Excuse me. Right now it keeps taxing itself at like 80%. Now keep in mind it is not a great processor by any means, because I went like a cheap route, but still, that's crazy. Stupid Windows 10. I hate Windows 10. Anyway, I kind of lost track of what I was doing. Romeo, friend who forgot her Apple ID password and security questions. Can't do anything on her iPad, and yet software to wipe the whole device or something. If you plug it into a computer that has iTunes on it, I'm pretty sure you could probably wipe it that way. It should give you an option. I'm pretty sure. If not, you should be able to actually download Apple Configurator from a Mac or something, and it maybe should let you wipe it there. But there probably is another software out there that would do it too, but I'm pretty sure iTunes will still let you do it too. It's some stupid AMD processor that I got for ridiculously cheap, because I don't like Windows machines at home and I wanted to go a cheap route. That's what I wanted. Let's see. It is a AMD FX 6300. Good afternoon, Garden Shed Tech. So yeah, it's a pretty garbage processor. But like I said, I really do not like Windows machines at home. And basically, I went as cheap as I possibly could on this build. Need to pull up, shoot, what's that program that, CPU-Z or something? I don't think I have it on this machine. No, I don't. Something that would measure what this thing is doing, like all over the place. Yeah, I didn't put anything on that. Stupid Windows. I seriously hate Windows 10. Yeah, CPU-Z. Yeah, that's the one I usually use. I know there's a couple of them out there. Once you go two screens, you never go. Yeah, CPU ID, that one too. I think there's a third one too that I was familiar with, but those two definitely are the most familiar ones to me. But yeah, once you go three screens, you can never go back. actually. And right now I'm dying because I don't have my third screen hooked up because I'm using it for something else right now. But yeah, 3 screens. That's where it's at, bro. But anyway, let's talk about, you guys want to talk about Active Directory for a little bit? You want to talk about OU structure? Talk about OU structure. Let's do that. Let me find where's this stupid thing. Oh, so that's why they make sense to me. The CPU ID is the publisher of CPUZ. That's why they ring a bell then. Yeah, there we go. It's been a while since I've done all this crap with the Windows machine. Like customizing your home Windows machine is like just not fun to me anymore. It's not enjoyable. Let's see. Yep, help desk is always going to be a great start. Help desk is a great start for any IT job in general, period. I don't care where you think you're going to end up or where you want to end up, what you want to really be. If you want to be a network administrator, you want to be a network engineer, work help desk for like 1 year because you'll literally learn so much about IT in general. It'll really give you a good background and understanding in a business environment that it would really help you as you go forward if networking is like something that you want to do, even because you have to understand that backside of a business environment. And even though you may not necessarily do a lot of anything on a server necessarily, or have much to do with the server configurations or anything like that, just having some of that backbone is seriously greatly beneficial for you. Like, legitimately, it helps a ton. I'm trying to do multiple things at once right now. Yeah, I made a video about help desk jobs and how I highly recommend them. Just based off of what I just said, because they're very just beneficial for you. You just learn so much. It's so helpful. All right, let me see if I could pull this up now. There we go. How about that? for network engineers. Romeo, how did you study for A+? I studied with Mike Myers. Heard Professor Messer is awesome as well. You could start with a CCNA for a network engineer, but ultimately you'll probably end up wanting to have the CCIE with a network engineer. CCNA is pretty much, quite honestly, the CCNA is really something that like everybody is getting nowadays. Not that that's a bad thing or a good thing, but they're really looking for more. They're really looking for a lot more with a lot of the higher end jobs. Because basically, I'm sorry, I'm kind of getting over a cold here, but security is going to be something that basically every single job, business environment is going to be looking at big time now. They're going to be looking at that like a lot. So CCIE, highly recommend that one. You'll have to you'll want to start with the CCNA or the CCNT, and then work your way up maybe, depending on your networking skills. But yeah, the CCIE will be something that definitely people would love to see. So, but early corporate life, good or bad? Early corporate life is always good. That would never be necessarily a bad thing. You'll really understand a true business environment once you work corporate. And then, depending on how long you work in corporate, once you stop working in corporate, you'll never want to work a corporate job ever again. But you'll have a really good understanding of a business environment and how a true business environment operates. And that's very, very crucial. They have a lot of policies in place in a corporate environment. And the policies that a corporate environment puts in place over, say, just a smaller business or, a school district necessarily, they're much more strict at the corporate level. So it's really good to have that kind of understanding of this is how it really should be necessarily, opposed to this is how a school district or a small business or a not so corporate business is going to do things, because they like to kind of do things their own way a lot of times, and you'll see that a lot in IT. But true corporate environments will have very strict policies in place, and they abide by those policies. Basically, a true corporate environment will say they'll have literally written policies, and all the policies go to all of management. Like, these are all computer policies. These are all IT policies. These are all anything that's related to kind of IT and how the IT department would process anything, like installing software or putting new applications in place, or even if sometimes even if you have to like add a new VLAN to a switch, or putting new computers in somewhere, just all these different things. A lot of corporate environments have policies for things like this, and they have to go in front of sometimes a board or a what do you call it? Like a what are they called? Like a team of people, like a process review type of team that says like, yes, you guys can do this. This is fine. Go ahead and go with this project. That's fine. Corporate environments are really big on that type of stuff. Where, like I said, is a school district, or I keep using school districts because it's just I know how a school district works and operates. A teacher will come and say, hey, I just bought this software for all of my students, and I need this on 40 laptops by tomorrow. Well, this teacher never asked IT about it. Teacher never, maybe went through the proper channels of asking all of administration about that. They just went out, they spent, $4,000 on some software because they got a grant. Now they expect IT to put this on, 40 something computers, and come to find out, like, the software requires a server, it requires like SQL database. It's such a funny environment. It's so funny how stuff like that works, and I've seen it happen very, very, like, all the time. And stuff like that happens all the time. It's really funny. It's not really funny when you're in that position, because then you're scrambling to figure out how it's going to get done. People are all pissed off. They just spent like all this money, and you're telling them, well, I can't set up a server in, one day. Like, it's going to take me some time to set this up, even if it's a virtual machine, blah, blah, blah. So, corporate environment doesn't necessarily work that way. They don't necessarily operate that same way. They'll have to go through a whole process review. They'll have to go through the proper channels of asking administration, is this okay? Here's our, sorry, I have kids all around doing stuff. They're up to no good, I think. They'll have to ask administration and get approval for all this type of stuff before they come to IT. And then IT has to give like kind of an approval and give them a timeline and all that stuff. So does that make sense? I haven't seen anybody saying anything in chat, but does that make sense as far as a corporate environment and how their policies work and stuff like that? And maybe what could be different from a non-corporate environment, I guess. Yes, no, maybe so. Is the chat even working? And did it freeze up on me? You see. Pop out chat. Oh my God, here's chat stuff now. Okay. Do I think system administrator positions will be lost to automation and robots? Absolutely not. Not a chance in hell that automation will take over system administrator jobs. Because system administrators have to still manage the systems. They still have to administer the systems. They still have to make sure that the automation is, staying concurrent, that it's staying up to date, that it's staying, that it's processing the way that it should. You're going to have a system administrator that understands how that automation actually works in case a new Windows update comes out that actually breaks something with this automation process. There's still lots of things that have to be configured properly with automation before it actually really starts taking over. Automation is definitely great. I love automation. It's just not at that point where it's going to literally start taking over to a point where a lot of people are going to be losing their jobs. There's lots of ways that it's definitely making people's lives easier and making some jobs less needed in ways, but there's still jobs out there that you're never going to not have to have a system administrator. You will always need a system administrator, just like you will always need somebody on help desk. Like, that's just the way that it is. You're always going to have somebody that's servicing end users, no matter what. And you're always going to have somebody there that is servicing the servers. You're always going to have somebody there that is servicing the network equipment. Excuse me. That's just a given. That's a fact. There's no... I don't see any possible way that, you can get away from that. At least not in like the next 5 or 10 years. And they literally have to jump leaps and bounds with automation and some kind of robots to really make that a whole different process. I mean, at my job, like I can remote into every single person's computer, right? And I can fix most of the issues that they have remotely, right? But there's still times where I can't remote into their computer, or I can't fix the issue remotely, and I have to physically go to that location. And we have, like 8 outside locations for my business. So there's 8 different locations that I have to travel outside to service, potentially, which it happens. Like, there's technology at all these different locations. If a switch goes down, we have to go out there and see why the switch went down, Same with a computer. If a computer goes down, I can't remote into it. I have to go out there. I have to physically go out there and find out why this computer is not working. That's the way that is, So yeah, the automation is great. I love it. It's fantastic. It's just, that's not where a lot of people think it's going to be. It's going to be there someday, maybe. But I still, even when that day comes, it's not going to completely destroy system administrators. What's the difference between educational and industrial Cisco cert? My school offers a educational CCNA for free. I'm not sure. Maybe just the fact that they say it's educational, they pay for it or something like that. That's probably the same exact thing, I'm guessing. I'm guessing that's probably the same thing. They just pay for it, call it whatever they want to call it. Just like every other thing in IT, people call whatever it is they want to call it because that's what they want to do. They think they can. I don't know. You'd probably have to look more into it. I've never specifically heard of that. I just hear of, some schools offer the CCNA for free because you go to school there and it's part of the program that you take. That's cool. If you are in early 20s and you want to think about the long term, what would you focus on? Cloud computing, IT consulting? What kind of IT work would be involved? AI, sustainability, etc. If I'm in my early 20s and I want to think about the long term, I'm thinking about security. I'm thinking about cloud computing and security. Not thinking about IT consulting. IT consulting comes way down the road. IT consulting shouldn't even be a thought in your mind. IT consulting is definitely, just keep that out of your head. Don't even think about that until way later on in your life, when you actually have lots of experience and understand how the industry works and how a business works. But yeah, cloud computing and security are the 2 things that I would focus on. Those are the things that I would think about. Those are the things that worry me. I mean, think about the huge ransomware attacks that are happening and all the malware things that are going on. We do not have enough people in security right now. We don't have enough good people who understand how all of this stuff works. So having more people in that side that kind of have that backbone, that'd be good. Oh, sorry. But, just because and I don't want to give you false hopes or anything, just because you focus on cloud computing or security, doesn't mean that you're going to go out and get a cloud computing or security role right away, but you will have a better chance of getting a job, period, because you're going to have that backbone behind you. So at some point, that business is going to call on you because they're going to say, oh, hey, we hired this guy, we hired Simon as a help desk analyst or whatever, but he went to school for, security and cloud computing. So we're going to call on him for this, cloud stuff. And then that eventually turns into Simon being this cloud person at this business location, like that's how stuff works, It's kind of funny, it's like me, like I have experience with like MDM, mobile device management. I have experience with Microsoft Deployment Toolkit. I didn't start my job being the expert in those at my current job, but now those are the two things that I am basically highly involved in. Those are two things that I pretty much manage from the top to bottom. You know what I mean? Like MDM is my baby right now. That's something that we got just, fairly recently within the last few months. And, they knew, oh, Zach has MDM experience. We're going to call on Zach for his MDM experience. And that's how, some of that stuff works. So, just as examples, I guess. What is the most hiring positions in the IT industry now since many jobs are outsourced? I don't know what jobs are outsourced right now. I keep hearing about outsourced jobs and all this and that. I don't see it. I mean, if you're gonna hear about Microsoft outsourcing their jobs, okay, Microsoft employs 100,000 people or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? If they're gonna outsource, 50,000 of their people, okay, so be it. A corporation like Microsoft outsourcing 50,000 people does not affect me. It does not affect you. It affects a lot of people, and I feel extremely terrible for those people, and I hate outsourcing. But I think there's a big stipulation on how outsourcing is affecting everybody. It's not affecting everybody. It affects a lot of people, and like I said, I feel absolutely terrible for those people. I seriously hate outsourcing. I hate outsourcing from outside of this country, and that's nothing against anybody outside of this country, outside of the U.S. I have nothing against anybody who lives outside of the U.S. I just think that we need to hire more people inside of the U.S. because we have a lot of people out of jobs in the U.S. and it just doesn't make any sense to I realize why it makes sense to outsource for the businesses because it costs less, but you're talking about a country that is literally like trillions of dollars in debt, and we're outsourcing people and we're putting people out of jobs, and eventually some of these people end up on welfare and we end up paying for them and things like that. It's a whole big cluster, and I don't really want to get into all the politics of that, so I'll stop myself there. But outsourcing outside of this country, completely disagree with. But outsourcing inside of this country, I completely support 100%. There's jobs that use outsourced companies. They just get rid of their IT department as a whole, and they use an outsourcing company that is U.S. based, and they bring in all U.S. people just to basically revive the department or whatnot, and that happens, and that's fine. It's no big deal. But when you outsource an IT department and you bring in people from another country, I don't agree with that. So that's one thing, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think everybody needs to worry about outsourcing jobs. Not all of the IT industry is going to be outsourced completely. You're not going to see the entire IT industry outsourced to India. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to see some entire IT team in Iowa outsourced to India. You're going to upset a ton of people in Iowa, and Iowa is not a state to screw with because they're middle class, Midwest rednecks for the most part, and they'd be pissed. But that's a whole other story anyway. But anyway, I don't think you have to worry about outsourcing or think about it that much, But when Microsoft or Google or Cisco or whoever, outsource, 4,000 of their jobs to the H-1Bs or whatever, that's just going to happen. But those companies literally employ tens of thousands of people. So, whatever. Yeah, enough about that, because it just drives me nuts. Duan Lightfoot, my man. How are you doing, sir? It's good to see you too. Thank you for joining. You came in on my rant about outsourcing because somebody asked about that. What are your thoughts on SDN network programmability? How do you think this will change traditional data centers with the corporate environment? Currently, I'm trying to drift from end user networks. If Duan is still in the chat, I'm going to let Duan Lightfoot answer that question. Sorry, Duan. He knows more about networks than I do. But I kind of ranted about let's see, ranted about outsourcing. What else did I rant about? It's been a day full of rants. Day full of rants. I was gonna sit here and talk about Active Directory, and then people started asking me questions and then I just had to start ranting and raving about stupid stuff. Such is life. Oh well. But look at, here's Active Directory. There's nothing in Active Directory. I need to actually I need to build a new VM. That's what I need to do. I need to build a new VM so this all makes sense. If I build a new VM so it makes sense, then this would all kind of come into play. But I don't have another VM ready, so it won't. But I don't even want to get into it yet. It's so. Oh my gosh, it would take me so long, and I don't have any more time now. Because now the old lady's going to be home in about 5 minutes. So I'm going to have to continue this one later, I'm afraid. So I apologize. But we'll talk about creating new OUs. Let's see, they moved it. New. Sorry. Organization unit. And we'll call this production. We'll save this one for later. We'll say production is going to have all of our production PCs in it. It's going to have all of our production groups in it. And it's going to make complete sense once I actually structure this from a way that you guys will say we make a completely fake business and we put this into play. But I guess our fake business is called Warcraft.local, so I guess our fake business will be about World of Warcraft. So we'll have different locations. We'll have, different, offices inside that location. So like inside of production, we could do another new OU. This will kind of make sense. I'll actually delete all this once I go through it again. But inside production, we could do like, I'm going to spell this. We'll just do Undercity. How about that? Undercity. Under production, we have Undercity, right? Now, Undercity, that's one of our locations. That's one of our main locations, right? And in Undercity, we're going to have, let's see, an area or an office. We're going to call this, I can't think of any of the locations. It's been a long time since I played World of Warcraft. But we'll call it like West Wing or something, right? So inside the West Wing has like 2 printers and like 17 computers or something. We'll put all that stuff in there and we'll talk about it. Do a video so people can watch the whole process. I will. I was just kind of giving a little quick example of kind of what we'll talk about and how it works. For the Alliance, I'll do Alliance side 2. I'll do Stormwind or something. We can do Stormwind. Do OU Stormwind, right? So we'll have all this kind of structured. We'll talk about how it works. I'll actually probably try to lay it out. And oh, you actually have a gnome as your what do you call it? Your image. That's funny. That's hilarious. And the mage. So I'm guessing you play a gnome mage. So that's funny. But anyway, I will probably write this out, or I need to get like a little like a Wacom tablet so I can actually write, and then you guys can see it on the screen. So I think I'll look online on Amazon for like a Wacom tablet that's fairly cheap, so I can write on it, and then you guys can see it on my screen. And we'll talk about the actual structure of how things work from the ground up, because it's fun, it's exciting. I've said it many times before, like I love Active Directory. I love how it works. Like it's fun. And we'll talk about how Active Directory and then group policy kind of tie in together, how they both talk to each other. But group policy is a little bit down the road because we want to get Active Directory set up. We want to get our OUs properly set up. We want to get our organization the way that it should be. And I don't think we're going to go with a Warcraft theme because it's going to be way too confusing for people who don't know anything about Warcraft. So we'll do like an actual business, but the domain will be Warcraft. So we'll think of a business that we're going to do, like a t-shirt printing business or something. And we'll talk about, you know, the different offices that this t-shirt business has in it, and different printers that it might have, and why we might throw different OUs in there and different computers in one type of folder or an OU and things like that. It'll all make sense once I start drawing it out or writing it out. So can't really talk about it without like actually showing it to you. But then once we kind of tie that in, once we kind of structure that out, then we can talk about group policy. Group policy is like a lot of fun. Group policy is kind of stupid sometimes too, but it's fun. It makes sense sometimes. Yeah. If anybody has any recommendations on a cheap Wacom tablet, let me know, because I should probably buy one. I need to buy one. But I don't know. That's about all I got for today. I need to end this live stream before the old lady gets home. The baby is due in like July 8th, but the old lady is like popping out like crazy. She's like huge. She's like monstrous right now. I've never seen a big old pregnant lady that big. I shouldn't say that. She'll kill me. But I'm saying it. She's a big lady. Not really. She's got a big baby in her belly. So, yeah. I don't know. That's all I got for you guys today. We'll try to do this again. I really miss doing this. I sincerely miss doing the live streams because it's always kind of fun. And once I order the Wacom tablet, we will... shoot. We'll talk about structuring OUs. You have the bamboo. Let's see. Let me look up this bad boy. Amazon. How come I can't find that? There's no tablet called the Bamboo MTE 450, you liar. Oh, it's just a pen? Look at the feel of writing or sketching on paper. Yeah, I didn't even see it on Amazon. It came up on Verizon once I searched for Bamboo MTE 450 pen. Ah, there it is. Bamboo pen tablet with pen only. Man, you said bamboo, bro. What the heck? What the man? Amazon didn't find nothing. Found zero results for Wacom MTE 450. I think you're lying to me, bro. Pretty sure you're lying. I'm pretty sure you're lying. I don't even believe anything that comes out of your mouth anymore. Don't even believe it. Oh, there we go. Wacom Bamboo. That's all I had to search for. Why didn't you say that the first time? All you had to say was Wacom Bamboo. That wasn't hard. Man. $70. $70? You're gonna text me? All right, text me a picture then. I still ain't gonna believe you though. I'm gonna believe you photoshopped that. Is this text? Is this your text? Nope, not your text. Why does Amazon want me to leave feedback for my recent order? Oh, for that. I really don't want to spend $70 on a freaking tablet though either. I just need something super cheap and dumb. Oh, look at there's a text. Let's see. Oh, all right, all right. Bamboo MTE 450. All right, that's a good Photoshop you did there. You did a really good job photoshopping that. I'm kind of impressed. That's really quick. Can't believe you photoshopped that quick. You got skills. Let's see. Look, he photoshopped this shit real quick. I'm gonna show everybody how quick you photoshopped that. Look at, he photoshopped that real quick. Can you see that? No. Oh. That was a very impressive Photoshop job you did there, sir. I give you mad props for that. 3750 Cisco switches for $115. That's quite the lab. 3750s. Oh, look at here's a little tablet for $30. That's what I'm talking about. It's probably a piece of junk. Oh, here's one for $33. I'm talking about. That was a work with the PC. That's a good question. Oh, sick burn. Says for Windows 8, 7, Vista XP not compatible with Windows 10. What kind of crap is that? That's bull crap. Huh. This one for $33 seems to be seems to have some pretty good reviews though. buy this for $33. Amazon Prime, baby. I'm gonna add that to my cart. Don't forget about it. Anyway, all right. That's about all I got for today. I have to leave before I get in trouble from the old lady. So, any quick questions before I leave? Yes, no, maybe so. Probably not. You don't know. Power off the machine. I don't care about that. Let's see. What do I have here? IT Pro TV. Thank you, Costanza the Mage. I appreciate that. When's my next live stream? I have no idea. Emmanuel, what is your question, sir? I will try to answer you the best that I possibly can. Oh, tired. Yeah, I don't know when my next live stream will be, to be completely honest with you. I appreciate you, Duan. You are the man, sir. All right, was there a question there or no? Because I gotta go. For reals. I got to go. If you guys want to learn more about networking, check out Duan Lightfoot. He is in the channel right now. He's got some good videos on his YouTube channel. He talks about the networking, Cisco networking to be exact. He's a good guy. I like him, even though he lied to me and photoshopped that picture. It's okay. I'll forgive him. He still has good content on his YouTube channel. So go check him out if you guys want to learn about networking and you like liars. Just kidding. He's not a liar. But yeah, check him out for networking stuff. Sorry, Duan, I have to give you a hard time, bro. And yeah, I didn't even plug IT Pro TV today, but I should. If you guys want to actually study for like Cisco networking, IT Pro TV has courses on CCNT, CCNA, CCIE. If you guys want to learn Microsoft, they have MTA, MCSA, MCSE. They have CompTIA stuff. They have a lot of stuff over there at IT Pro TV. And they have virtual labs. So you don't have to go outside and spend a bunch of money on equipment. You can just use their virtual labs and learn all of the things IT related from their virtual labs. So there's a link in the description for IT Pro TV. I highly, highly suggest them. So, what do you do in working in IT? Typical. I feel like I did a video on that recently. I have videos on what I like my typical kind of day to day, but there's more stuff on my typical day to day. I do everything. My day to day for the last couple months now because I just got a new job. Not a new job. I just got a promotion at work, I should say. I just got promoted. So now my job is like 60% project based, where I mainly do projects. So MDM is my biggest project right now, mobile device management with AirWatch. That's my biggest project that I'm working on, configuring a bunch of iPads, iPhones, all that fun stuff. Some Android devices. That takes up a lot of my time. And then, I don't know, it's trying to set up a bunch of different servers for different applications. Like Cadwell stuff. That's, if you guys don't know what Cadwell is, it's just another application. But yeah, my day-to-day is all project stuff now. Managing projects. It's fun stuff. I actually enjoy it. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. I gotta get going before I get in trouble. So, as always, thank you guys for watching. Have a great, fantastic, amazing day. Do something fun, learn new stuff. Like the last video I did. Learn new stuff. Don't get stupid. Thank you, sir. Thank you. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys. So have a great day.